Hi there, it's Tammy. If you recall, several weeks back, I posted that I had made my own gel plate, which is on the screen. It's at your right, the bigger plate, and smaller one is a commercial plate. So I laid down a darker blue and pulled that up. Takes a little drying time, so I've really sped this up quite a bit. But as you can see here, my plate, my homemade plate, didn't work as well as the commercial one. The dark blue paint stuck to the plate a lot more than the commercial plate did. So it didn't come off on the paper. I'm adding a lighter blue here, so you can see the contrast between the light and the dark blue, which I actually should have used either a much lighter blue or a much darker blue, so that you could have seen it better on screen. So you can see that some of the splotches I wasn't able to smooth out on my homemade plate. I'm just kind of taking some of the ink away so that the actual design shows through. So hopefully, you'll be able to see the difference between the light and dark blues, but I don't know, it didn't turn out very well. But anyway, I'm just testing anyway, so you'll see here that the paint just sticks so much more to my homemade plate. So check it out. Yeah, just not great. And you can see how much of the light blue paint is still stuck to that plate. So I'm going to take another pull just to try and clean the plate a little bit. So to clean your plate, you just want to add another coat of paint, let it absorb a little bit into the paint that's already on the plate. Typically, with a commercial plate, most of that would just come right off. However, it is not doing that with my homemade plate. So as you can see, there's still a lot of paint. So I just cleaned it off and just doing something a little different here. I'm using just a paper doily and I'm pressing paint through the doily. The commercial plate seems to take a lot less or need a lot less ink. So that's why you can see the paint more, I think, on the commercial plate. You'll notice when I pull this doily up, you can just see it more. But there is paint on both of those plates. Basically, the same design is there. And I'm going to try and pull it with a yellow so that you can really see the contrast more. So I was just letting the blue dry a little bit before I add the yellow paint. I'm adding that yellow paint, so there'll be much better contrast here. You'll be able to see a lot better what is actually pulling off onto the paper. You want to give it time for the yellow to absorb into the blue to kind of loosen that blue up. So there's some drying time involved here. And again, I've sped this video up quite a bit, so I wouldn't bore you to death with drying times. Okay, let's see how it turned out here. Obviously, the commercial plate worked much better. I like the looks of the homemade plate, the pole, but as you can see, a lot of paint stayed behind. So let that dry a little bit, and now I'm putting my my lighter color on to see if I can clean this plate a little bit, just like that, without having to use water and a rag or a wet wipe or something. In the end, I just had to use the wet wipe and paper and a paper or water and a paper towel to clean up the plate. It just the paint just sticks to the handmade plate too much. So see, there's still a lot of paint left. If I had done that on the commercial plate, it would have